name's Fluffy the Destroyer, and welcome to my channel. I just read an article regarding the 5 gaming complaints that literally makes no sense. It's on crack.com, and I have to talk about this. It's really fun, by the way. Really fun article. Number 5. It's in unregular order here, but, well, not on regular order, just from 5 to 1. Frankly, I wouldn't give a crap, because some, like number 2 here, criticism about social issues. At this specific moment of making this video, I would put this to number 1. But anyways, number 5, DLC that comes out too soon after release. Yes, I really don't agree with that one. It's literally clear. I'm just going to give an example. Evolve. The game is not even out yet, and they told everyone that there's going to be some DLC. If that is not coming out too soon, I seriously don't know what is. Seriously. And some people have to really admit it. Some DLCs, I'm not saying all of them, or some companies are using DLCs just to milk money out of people. It's like a money-making machine. I really understand the concept of, hey, I really like the game, I'd like to know more. But some of them are just, I don't know, man. I really have a problem with this. Like, I can take, like, a good example as well. Well, I would say, like, bad example would be Evolve, but a good example. If you take it as a good example, Sleeping Dogs, for example, there's a DLC in that for a couple of bucks. I think it's $8 for 6 missions. 6 missions, a couple of other things like other weapons or something like that. It can be really done well, but sometimes I see it and, oh god, it really smells bad. Really, really smells bad. You got to admit that DLCs is just a way to make profit. Some people don't accept it. Not my problem. Number 4, the death of couch multiplayer. I started with the Nintendo as the first console, well, as the first electronic device to play video games with someone else. The Nintendo. I really liked it. There's one thing that I didn't like. When my friend was really pissing me off, or when I died. He would usually just get all pissy, or just when he was pissed off, I really felt ashamed, but hey, that's another story. But yeah, to some extent, it's really true. But I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, I do have solutions for that. One of them is just to join an online group. I mean, you go on the internet. Yes, you can play a game. I don't know, man. Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, or any other games, like any other multiplayer games, and League of Legends or something, like anything. And some of them, even though you can play publicly, for example, free-to-play games that literally goes like from team versus team, like 15 versus 15 or 10 versus 10, like World of Tanks, League of Legends, and all. If you play with a public group, sometimes that group just doesn't make any freaking sense. You'd love to make yourself a leader, so you can tell them what to do, or at least tell them just to give some guidelines. But no, it doesn't work that way. Most free-to-play games, which is just beyond my comprehension, doesn't even have voice over IP integrated in their game. But then again, I really understand why sometimes, because a lot of people will just troll or just to activate a music. One of the things that they do most of the time is just activate a music, they leave it on, and they piss everyone off. Thank God for mute. But yeah, if that could be, I would say, fixed or something, I guess that the voice group inside those games would really pick up. But you just join an online group, someone that you can trust. For example, I'm with NC10, a bunch of great guys and 2 girls as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, there might be more, I don't know. And you just play with those guys. I play with those guys. We play Steam games, especially Steam games. There's a couple of other games not on Steam, but it does happen from time to time. And you play with them, you get to know them, and it's really fun. I rather like this experience, but of course it's not going to remove the awesome I would say, social experience of a couch multiplayer. But if you don't have friends near you, or for whatever reason you don't want to or you can't, online groups are there. It's a solution, so I don't even know why that doesn't make sense. I mean, death of multiplayer, like the couch. As far as I'm concerned, when it says like the death of multiplayer couch, it speaks about console. Looking at the last numbers, especially on Wikipedia, about the millions of consoles sold, if I look at the numbers, it sounds like it's been getting down. I mean, I look at the PlayStation 2, it's 155 million, even maybe more. PlayStation 1, 102 million. If you go with the third and the fourth one, the third is at around 82 million, and the PlayStation 4, even though it's been released a couple of years before, way earlier than PlayStation 1, of course, it's at 20 million. I could go with the same with Xbox here, like Xbox One, like the number one that was sold was, let's see here, 24 million. Then you get the Xbox 360, 84 million, really big jump in numbers. Then it really goes down with the Xbox One, sold at 10 million right now, but it's been a couple of years, like 1 or 2 years or so. So it's really early to say, and with PC gaming, who knows? There's no definitive version out there, like number, I would say. But as far as I'm concerned, and the last news, maybe it's wrong, but it's been rising if it's not steady. So I don't know if it's getting low. I guess it's getting low, but to me, it's not even a problem. Number 3, hating a game because it's not what you wish it was. I don't know why, but I think of one of the last games of Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem Forever. Sounds like everyone hated because it was different. They expected something else. I don't know. I really don't know. The game's decent. It's like every other first-person shooter out there. It's just with the Duke Nukem style. I love it. It's good. You know, it's... I mean, you go on the internet, especially on YouTube or any other website, and this is true. I mean, a lot of gamers are just going to whine and complain about the games. Sometimes it's going to ruin the game entirely. Yeah. And other times, developers kicks in because of that, and they bullshit and they give shit to players, like their own customers. And they make matters worse. Yeah, they should not do that. Ever, ever, ever do that. I don't know, man. It feels like I could say that games could be released a bit too soon because they want to please their investors, or they have a deadline and they really want to do it because of XYZ reason, which they shouldn't do. They should look at Rockstar as an example, as a prime example. Now, I'm really sure there's going to be a lot of sales on PC because that game is just like freaking sick. If you looked at the console version, it sold more than 1 billion. Wow. Just wow. On PC, I'm willing to bet that there's going to be more than 300 million sales. I'm pretty sure of that. I could be wrong, but with the number of sales on console, I'm pretty sure the PC can do... I hope it can do the same. I don't know, though, because the game takes a lot of resources. Anyway, it could be... I don't know. It's like this... Well, yeah, to some extent I could say that it's true, but... Just play the game for what it is. Don't expect anything. And don't look at critics or game journalists to... Don't base your decisions on game journalists or critics or reviews. Yes, look at those for information, but don't base your decision on it. I mean, I go on YouTube, and when I want to buy a game, I really don't want... Like, I don't have any information. I look at videos. Yes, I'm going to listen to the person. Will I base my decision on his sayings? Nope, not at all. I will take what he has to say, and I'm going to see what I see. But what I see, I'm gonna decide if I want to buy it or not. It's not because someone tells me, well, no, this game is shit. How many times that a friend told you that? This game is like this game is really not good. Don't buy it. I heard that a million times. Can't you decide for yourself for once? Number 2, criticism about social issues. That should be number 1, if you ask me. Yeah, can you just, like, let me play the game? Yes, there's women in games. Sometimes I have to kill them, and what about men that are being killed? No issues on that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. Just leave me alone with my game. I just want to play the game. That's all. It's all I'm asking. Each time politics get into the games, it's like most of the time when there's a social issue, I don't know if it's me. It might be me being paranoid, but each time someone whines about the games, social issues, misogyny, or violence in video games or something, it's always the people that don't know what the game is or what games are as a whole. They don't grab the concept that whatever you do in a game does not equal real life. It's not because I love to go in Grand Theft Auto, I steal a car by hitting it with my foot, the window, which is hard to do, by the way, because I did it once. Yeah, I know, it's because I lost my key and everything, and anyways. And I go on a rampage by killing everyone on the street, well, on the sidewalk, because on the street you only get cars. That I love doing that in real life, or I'm going to do that in real life. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean because I'm going to take Grand Theft Auto. Seems like everyone is using Grand Theft Auto for violence. It doesn't mean because I'm going to get a car, then, I don't know, just call a prostitute on the side of the street and just ask her to do the job. I just throw her out of the car and kill her afterwards, and I'm going to do that. Why would I do that anyways? It's a freaking game. It's virtual. It's not existent. It's pixels on a screen. God. Can't you clueless pricks leave us alone, for fuck's sake? I don't know what the issues are today, really. It's not even a threat. The only threat I would see is... Let's take Wolfenstein, for example. Although I understand their decision, and frankly I don't agree with it, I completely respect it. If those guys are willing to sell Wolfenstein The New Order or any Wolfenstein game that depicts Nazis and Germans in the World War II scene, and they don't want to see the swastika sign, the Nazi symbol, I would really understand that. I do. I really understand that. I don't agree with it because it's my decision, but it's just me, but I really understand it. But please, just leave us alone. We're just playing a game here. And number 1, the console PC war. That makes a lot of sense, and some people just, they don't get it. Let's get this straight. PC and consoles have both pros and cons, alright? Nothing is perfect. And if you think otherwise, like if you think that the PC is perfect, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. The analogy I'm going to use is this. If you buy a car, like if you look at the console and PC, if you look at the console, it's like when you buy a car, the person who sells you the car has a copy of the key. You have a copy of the key that you can turn on your car and you can drive it. You have control over it. But the person who sells you the car, he has a key as well. He controls that shit. He can do whatever he wants with it. You agreed to that by buying the console. Publishers. That's what I'm talking about. They decide what's going on their consoles. With the PC, it's like you get to build the car because you know what's in it as a plus, as an advantage. you got to have the knowledge as well. If you don't, look for help. It's all around. You got to do some effort into building like a computer, the car, in my analogy. And no one has the key. Only you have the key. You have complete control over it. There's no publisher, or there's no need to have a publisher in PCs. You can have a publisher and just like deal with a publisher like Ubisoft or Electronic Arts or whatever, but you're not forced to. I mean, look at Star Citizen. No publishers there. They can do whatever they want. Terraria, Starbound, I don't know, FTL. I can go on and on and on, but the point is, no publishers, full, complete control over the game. If you deal with a publisher, like, if you deal with Microsoft or Sony and their publishers, they're going to tell you, you have to abide by our rules, or the game won't be released. You got to. It's their rules. It's their guidelines. You have to. And as a plus, I mean, like, it's not really, but I would say, like, if I can stop babbling, as a plus, you got more control over it. There's just more controllers, there's more devices, and frankly, if I buy something, like a computer, I'm willing to spend $300 more, like $800 to get a decent PC, which even at $500 is even, like, at the same price of a console, it's going to perform better than a console in the first place. I'm not here to bash on consoles. It may seem like it, but I'm not. But it's just that with a computer, you have way more control over it. You have more bang for your buck. No, really, you have more devices, more control. You have more software. You can do whatever you want on a computer. Like with a console, there's a lot of things you can't do, but on a PC you can. There's a lot more games on PC. There's a lot more devices available on PC. And frankly, I just hate exclusive on consoles. It's something that I will never understand beyond the financial reasons, because it's only for, like, if you look at a company and they tell me, listen, if you really want to play our game, I'm forcing you to buy the console. Like, fuck you. I'm not going to do that. Why do you want me to, like, to buy your console in the first place? Your hardware is already out of date. The minute it's sold, it's out of date. Wait 1 year at worst. It's already out of date. Why would I want to do that? If you want to make me spend like $500, make it something worthwhile. As far as I'm concerned, lately, no. It's not, it's like, I don't know why, man. It might be me, again, freaking out or just being paranoid or something, or just seeing things that I'm not supposed to, but I think console games, if you look at the resolution and the frames per second and performance as a whole, have been regressing. A couple of years ago, I saw games on the PlayStation and Microsoft consoles with the 1080p resolutions, and lately, I've been seeing a couple of games that says, hey, we're going to have a 720p resolution and 900p resolution. What the fuck is that? It might be me. Just, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing in the news lately. While a year ago, it's been 1080p. Maybe not 60 frames per second, but at least it's been 1080p. They achieved something. Finally. Like, can we just get those out of, like, in control so we can concentrate on the game itself? Like the content, the gameplay mechanics and all? This is beyond stupid. Agree or disagree, just bitch in the comment section. If you like this video as well, just rate, subscribe, and, like I said, comment.